This video is presented by the EA Game Changers Network. A big thanks to EA for flying me out to the Berlin FIFA 19 capture event. I hope you enjoy the video. Hi guys, how's it going? Dan from FUTWIZ here. It's been a while since my last video. We're back with some FIFA 19 news this time. We're starting the run up to FIFA 19 with some chemistry news actually, so apologies if it's not a hype video that you're expecting or a pack video. We're actually going some chemistry styles this time because quite a few changes going into FIFA 19 with chemistry styles. They're now visible in game in the menus, so you can see exactly what chemistry styles do to each player. You can only see them once you apply the chemistry style, so as always you can go on FUTWIZ.com and check the chemistry boost before you apply them to your players, test out what they're going to be, what the boosts are going to be for each players. For new for 19 we've got information on goalkeeper chemistry styles. Towards the end of this video you'll be able to see the boost, and there's some pretty crazy ones. I'm sure you'll be able to understand a little bit more about why a goalkeeper has been quite overpowered in previous FIFAs when you see what kind of boosts they've been getting with chem styles. So that's pretty much the intro for this. Again, if you want to check out any of the chem styles and any of the players in the database, go to FUTWIZ.com. We've got the full FIFA 19 database, so you can see all the chem boosts and all the players. So I think we should just jump straight into it now. I hope you enjoy the video. We'll start off with basic, the chemistry style that players come equipped with default out of packs. It's not just a filler, it's a very powerful chemistry style that boosts stats across the board, and it's very useful on midfielders such as Ruud Gullit. Compared to FIFA 18, we have lost a couple of boosts on basic. We've lost acceleration and finishing, though we have gained a +5 to sprint speed. But it's still a very powerful boost and very good for box-to-box midfielders. It brings Gullit's stats, a lot of them, into the high 90s and key stats into the 90s. So it's not something to be ignored, and leaving players on basic, especially midfielders, is a very viable solution. Next up, we've got the special defensive chemistry style, Shadow. Now, Shadow's had a bit of a nerf compared to FIFA 18. We've lost big boosts to heading and stand tackle, though they still do remain as +5 boosts. We do retain the +15 and +10 boost to acceleration and sprint speed, which is really huge for players like Sergio Ramos, who doesn't have the speed like his teammate Rafael Varane, but put a Shadow on him and it brings his pace right up to 88, 91 acceleration and 85 sprint speed, and with his defensive stats being almost maxed, it's going to be a massive combo early game. Now we move on to the special midfield chemistry style, Catalyst. Now Catalyst had a pretty serious nerf compared to FIFA 18. We've lost boost in acceleration, crossing, short pass, long pass and curve, but it's still a decent chemistry style. It's probably not going to be as expensive as it was on 18, but it's still good for players who just need that pace and passing boost. Someone like Patrick Vieira, who's got great defensive and physical and height capabilities, but if you give him a bit of pace and a bit better passing, he's much better at getting about that centre defensive midfield position and distributing it from there as well. So one that's not as powerful as it was in 18, but it's still a useful one to bear in mind. Now we move on to the attacking special chemistry style, which was the most desirable chemistry style of FIFA 18. It's the Hunter chemistry style, I'm sure you're all familiar with. Boost pace and shooting. It has seen quite a few changes from FIFA 18. We've seen boost decrease in acceleration, positioning, finishing and long shots, but it's still useful on people like Sergio Aguero, who's not as quick as he used to be in FIFA Ultimate Team, has got very strong shooting stats. As you can see, it pretty much maxes out his shooting stats apart from long shots. In the box, he's going to be absolutely deadly. It's probably not going to be as expensive or desirable as it was in FIFA 18, but it's still a very useful chem style. So now we'll look at the non-special attack chemistry styles. We'll start off with Hawk, which is probably the go-to outside of Hunter. It's a little bit cheaper, it's quite a lot cheaper actually. The changes from FIFA 18, we've had the acceleration boost halved and we've lost the long shot boost, but otherwise it's very powerful for boosting speed and shooting and a little bit of strength as well, so it's a useful one there. Moving on to Marksman, pretty much the same as it was in FIFA 18. We've had the positioning and shot power boost halved, but the finishing one's been doubled, so it's a good one to get your finishing up. After that we've got Deadeye, which again is pretty similar to how it was in FIFA 18. We've had some boost halved, some boost doubled, and one added in crossing. Finisher, pretty much the same as in FIFA 18. We've had positioning added, jumping's had 5 taken away. The last attacking chemistry style is Sniper. It's seen quite a few changes compared to FIFA 18. Some boosts have been halved or reduced. We've seen composure brought in, and agility's now got a boost, but it's not one of the ones I normally use. If you've got a really quick player already, maybe Sniper could be used, someone like a Aubameyang. But that's the attacking chemistry styles and the changes from FIFA 18. So now let's look at the midfield chemistry styles. We'll start off with Architect. That hasn't really seen changes from FIFA 18. Strength has gone down by 5, so it's now a +10 boost, but otherwise it's the same as FIFA 18. It's not a massive popular chemistry style, but it's still useful in the right places. Moving on to the next one, Artist. Artist has seen quite a few changes. We've seen 4 stat reductions in short pass, agility, reactions and dribbling, but we've seen crossing and ball control improved. It's one that's probably not used as much as the next one I'm about to talk about, but it's still, you know, another one to have in your arsenal. So the next one I'm moving on to is probably one of my favourite chemistry styles in FIFA 18. It's one I used a lot, whether out wide, in the middle, or even up front. It's Engine, which used to give a massive boost to acceleration and sprint speed. The acceleration boost has been halved, so it's +5, but the useful one for this, especially on tall players that have poor agility and balance stats, because a +5 boost on agility, +10 on balance, it's still very useful. It's very useful to buff out players. Agility, balance, dribbling, ball control, whilst giving a bit of speed at the same time. It's very balanced. As you can see on the screen now, with the Prime 94 Johan Cruyff, it pretty much maxes out everything on the pace, passing and dribbling side. They're all very, very high. That's what I used with him at the capture event, and he was pretty incredible for me. After that, we're looking at Maestro. Pretty much the same. We've seen finishing and volleys reduced, but a +10 to agility, which could be interesting again for those tall players to buff out their agility. And last but not least, for midfield, we've got Powerhouse, which is the same as FIFA 18, apart from the curve boost being halved to 5. Now we're going to look at defensive chemistry styles. It's pretty much more of the same as midfield and attack, some balancing, some pros and some cons. We start with Anchor, which has had a little bit of acceleration nerf, but we've got heading boost and strength has gone down a little bit. That's usually the one I've used most in FIFA 18 if I haven't been using Shadow. As you can see on the screen now, Eric Bailly helps boost his pace, defending and physical attributes pretty significantly, bringing his defending and physical to top tier kind of status and making his pace very usable, combined with his medium-high work rate and height. Backbone is the next one we'll look at. Minimal changes, actually been buffed compared to FIFA 18. We've had crossing and curve boosted, but aggression has been reduced to giving no benefit with this chemistry style. Gladiator, very little changes again. Positioning has been reduced by 5, so now just a +10 boost. Otherwise, same as FIFA 18. Guardian has had a number of changes. Agility's been buffed, ball control, composure and slide tackle are all up, but balance, reaction and dribbling are down. It's mostly just a case of taking those stats and reallocating them elsewhere. Sentinel's not seen many changes from FIFA 18. We've seen marking and strength decrease by 5, jumping to +5, so it now gives a +10 boost. It's not one I've used much on FIFA 18, but it's still a useful one to look at when you're looking at putting chemistry styles on defenders. That rounds out the defenders, and now we're going to move on to the goalies, which we've not seen before up until FIFA 19. Now just take a look at these stats. Goalkeeper chem styles are an absolute game changer and probably explains why they were so overpowered, or cheaper goalies were so overpowered in past titles. Because look at these stats. +10 to every stat apart from speed, which gets +5 just on basic. So if we flip this over to Manuel Neuer, day 1, if you pick up a Manuel Neuer and put a basic chem style on him, you're going to have a Manuel Neuer with 99 diving, 98 handling, 99 kicking, 98 reflexes and 98 positioning. Sure, that's pretty endgame. If you get special items, that's still going to be okay, because it means you can either use it for the speed boost that he'll get, or play him on lower chemistry to enable you to have kind of different combinations in defence and not just go either Bundesliga, Icons or Germans. Looking at the other goalkeeper chem styles, it's more of the same. When we look at Cat, we get +15 reflexes, +15 to positioning, +10 acceleration and +5 sprint speed. Put that on someone like Edison and you're maxing out his reflexes and almost positioning and giving him a massive speed boost, making him ridiculously overpowered when it comes to reflexes and positioning early in the game. Moving on to Glove, we've got +15 on diving, +15 on handling and +15 on positioning. Put that on someone like Fairman, 98 diving, 96 handling, 97 positioning. I think now I'm starting to believe why someone like him was so good in FIFA 18, because already with the chem styles, his stats are through the roof. We didn't need to get some of the high rated goalies because these guys were so good at the core stats because they had a chem style on. Sure, if you get an inform, you can play them on lower chem or boost different stats, but I think this is why Fairman was so good. It's nothing to do about hidden stats or anything, it literally is these chem styles are crazy. Looking at shield, kicking, reflexes, both +15, acceleration +10, +5 sprint speed. Put on someone like Pickford, who's already got good kicking and reflexes. He's maxed them out both and got the speed boost as well, so it's just ridiculous. Looking at Wall, we've got 15 diving, 15 handling and 15 kicking. Someone like De Gea, 99, 99, 99 for the first 3 stats. This is just ridiculously, I mean, these chem styles, I thought they boosted keepers by quite a lot, looking at people like Fairman and Begovic in previous games, but this is incredible. We've got keepers at the, you can start off at the game with a good keeper, put the right chem style on him, and you're hitting upper 90 stats. So that's a look at the chemistry styles in FUT19. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too much talking and just stats on screen. I know it's not the most exciting thing to talk about or look at, but it is important to look at these stats and see how much players are boosted, especially the goalies. I mean, they were pretty ridiculous, right? So yeah, thanks for watching. As I said at the start of the video, you can check all these chem boosts on our site, FUTWIZ.com. Any player, you can just use the sliders and click on the different chem styles to see what boosts affect which players. In-game, you can see them once you've applied the chemistry style, but to preview them, check out our site and you can make up your mind before applying those chemistry boosts to the players you've selected. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you soon for some more FIFA 19 videos. Take care, see you later.